Oh, wow. This is going to be a strong debate, actually. So, top 5 shonen anime.
Tell the people what shonen is.
Shounen is really geared to the younger male audience. It's kind of hard to really explain. Seinen is basically geared to the adult male audience, just adult audiences in general. But shonen is definitely geared strategically to the young male audiences. It's supposed to be about super strength, overcoming obstacles, all that good stuff. So that is basically every popular anime, just about. So we're gonna rank the shonen anime. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be tough.
This is gonna be good.
This is gonna be tough, man. Sophia, play the clip. This is not in my order. This is just the order that the clips were made in. Bleach is thrown in there. Obviously, if you ever watched Bleach,
you guys both caught up with the new season and everything like that.
No, I haven't seen. I need to watch. I was waiting for it to pile up so I could binge it.
Okay.
The 1,000 Year.
Pause the clip right there.
Because I know a little bit about it from the manga.
Okay. So Bleach. Well, actually, keep the clip going, Sophia. Actually, play the clip for me. Yeah, I did remember watching.
You're just in time.
Actually,
watch closely.
Let's get it.
Definitely don't think this is one.
Oh no. This is just these are just keep the clip going.
Oh, these are just okay.
Yeah, they're just
Right now, but this match is over for you.
I am not going to be the only one to lose here! The fourth gate! Gate of pain! Open!
Incredible. No one could do that through sheer effort alone. The boy's truly a genius.
You can keep the clip going. We got some more. We got
I thought
some.
Rock Lee was pretty.
I feel it slipping! And I won't watch this anymore!
When Gohan kicked Cell in his stomach, it made him throw up a whole.
You can let it keep going. So we got.
Relax, Yusuke. I'll free you up.
Pause the clip right there.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So who's won? Who's won, man? Who's won? I didn't even. The One Piece clip is up there too, but I'm not even gonna.
I think One Piece is one.
Oh snap! Play the clip, Sophia. We gotta play the clip.
If he would have
Pause the clip right there.
He would have landed that.
Oh no, he was gonna be put on a t-shirt.
Bro, how you get punched so hard your body like go flat and you come back from that?
He shouldn't have came back. He really shouldn't have came back.
Crazy.
So number one shonen anime of all time. There's Dragon Ball Z. There's Yu Yu Hakusho. There's Naruto. There's One Piece. And we'll just leave that there for number one.
That's rough.
Who's number one?
I think it's One Piece. In terms of like an anime as a whole, like world building, characters, like overall like story, message, and all that stuff like that. The arcs that they go through as well. It's like, come on, you gotta see it as a whole. Because every character has like they have like their own like development. It's not like Naruto where like we just focus on like the main three, like Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura. Even Sakura gets like left off sometimes. Like
Yeah, she
yeah.
For good reason.
Let's not talk about Sakura.
It's about it, but you know you got to give her. But yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
I'll go DBZ. I'll go Dragon Ball Z.
Can you tell why? Don't look at me.
I will go Dragon Ball Z 1, especially like including the movies. I remember some of the movies being
Dragon Ball Z's movies are actually
make you want to be a better
fire.
man, bro.
They're actually fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Like Tree of Might and like
people don't even know about
Cooler's
that. Turtles.
Revenge.
They don't even know about Turtles.
Cooler when Cooler first came.
Yeah.
Like
I
I really remember from some of those movies being like, I want to like trying to like be some of the things they would say. I think they had really good messages in Dragon Ball Z.
This is when Dragon Ball Z was darker. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah, like now, like Dragon Ball now is
very
not
goofy.
even like it's very. I feel like it's very cartoony.
Yeah,
It's for the kids.
especially that new movie. What was that, bro?
That trash ass.
It was cool.
That was probably the worst.
They did some cool stuff.
That was the
It was
that was the most Americanized anime movie I think I've seen, and it was very devastating.
I like that they tried some new stuff. The animation was interesting, and they like tried some new stuff. I wouldn't like tell anyone to go see it.
That was the same day, bro. Piccolo left and came back in the same day. In like an hour. I think it was all an hour.
I'm glad Piccolo
Gained a new form. Gohan gained a form stronger than Super Saiyan.
stronger than like anything.
Super Saiyan God.
He's literally the
Ultra
strongest,
Instinct.
which I think was a lot of fanfare. Because if you remember Gohan's struggle to get to Super Saiyan 2 and do what he did to Cell, that was a very triumphant moment for any Gohan fan ever.
That's true.
Because Gohan went
That's my
through
guy.
it, bro. Gohan was crying too. People forget. Gohan was the
Cell.
first. He was the first Midoriya and all them. He was crying all the
Yeah,
time.
but his made more sense because he was like 5.
he was actually a child.
Getting thrown off mountains.
Fighting Frieza, fighting Raccoon.
getting punched, bro. And he was taking it too. So
Pause.
Got Nappa and Vegeta pulling up on him too.
Yeah, no, that was actually insane that he was like, his crying, you were like, bro, stop crying. But then you were just like, bro, I'll cry too, buddy.
I'll cry if I was getting kicked by
5?
men twice my size.
Kindergarten.
His own uncle was trying to get him out of here.
Own uncle, bro.
Yeah, bro. Radish was like,
Radish was trying to
It's like, I mean, cool, but I don't like you,
Bro,
But yeah, so I don't know. I'll put DBZ there just because of overall, just overall impact in the shonen world. Like a lot of things, I think
that's hard to argue.
people trying to
Yeah,
fight.
impact
People
is
trying
very hard
to,
to
you know,
argue.
they were everybody trying to
Yeah.
fight fast and like all that type of stuff. I just feel like there's a lot of, and I think the villains, you really hated the villains, like all of them. You didn't like not one of them villains. And in some other animes, you can like appreciate the villains or appreciate their story. Like nobody appreciated Frieza, nobody appreciated Cell. Everybody wanted them out of here.
okay. It's okay. All
You feel me? So I feel like they did a good job of separating like the hero, like from the villain, and like what the real difference was in that. Not just from like a fighting standpoint, but like
So
that's
you don't
what's
like it? You don't like it when the villains have like a logical reasoning behind their?
no, I think it's cool, but it's like even if they did in Dragon Ball Z, it's like he was always rocking with Goku. He was always rocking with you wanted them to win.
Okay.
Like sometimes, not saying you shouldn't want. Sometimes people want the villains to lose or win. I mean, and it's like they make good points, but it's like I feel like it just if you were to just give an anime to somebody, especially shonen, to somebody and be like, this is a representation of like the best shonen.
If he's actually made a good point.
That's what I
if
kinda
we're
think
going
it
with
will look
the
like.
basic of shonen, it does emulate the most. It sounds like it's not to crap on Dragon Ball Z, but it implements the most basicness of shonen, and just showing that on display.
just like
that's the
martial
villain.
arts,
yeah.
That's the villain. He's the villain.
Goku's
the good.
one to sacrifice himself all the time, like because we always say he's an absentee father, which is kind of funny. But it's like I mean, but it was mostly because he was always sacrificing himself, trying to save everybody else.
If we're going with the
So,
actual shonen, thing,
But One Piece does that too, especially with like the Doflamingo fight.
There's some good stuff in.
Bro, because like
too.
Doflamingo, like there's no good in him at all. Like he's like a true villain. Like he was at the top of the world. His dad was like, nah, man.
Dick at the top of the world,
Yeah,
too.
he was a dickhead at the top of the world. He
At
came
3,
down.
at like
Everyone
6.
started treating him like a dickhead. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna rise to the top and treat you even worse.
he's had hate in his heart since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
I mean,
tough.
because there's a moment I think is really cool in One Piece too when Luffy frees old girl Nami. That was really deep.
Yeah.
That was deep. So there's like some good stuff in there. I just think like from the jump, like Dragon Ball Z really creates that well.
This is tough because if you define shonen, oh my god! Like I said, we go in top 5 shonen, and even though what Daddy said is, he actually made very. I'm a One Piece guy. One Piece is my
I would confidently put it 2. And that's not even like the crap on it.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy, bro. Because Dragon Ball Z, when you say impact,
Think about Tree of Might, bro, and like those movies too.
I watched them. I did.
Like they were just when you watch the movies too, it was almost like a even deeper story.
Do we count the second half of Dragon Ball Z or now or what's going on now? Because even though I agree that One Piece kind of dipped in the last years,
No, they call it something else. What's it called?
They both kind of did.
It's
Super.
not- I don't even count it.
You count Super.
It's just like GT. Who counts GT really? Who talks about GT?
Hey, GT got one of the hardest transformations though.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's
for
it,
sure.
though.
But that's the only.
Yeah,
nobody
that's
talk
the
about
only saving
GT.
grace.
What, you don't know Pan?
Talking about Pam and Oob.
I wish they could just zoom in on me right
Trunks
now.
was
Pan is
terrible.
crazy.
Trunks was a bum in that. They had Trunks going out sad. Uh,
But nah, you like no one thinks about GT. Just like most people don't really care about Super. Like most people don't. Like most Dragon Ball Z fans don't care that much.
Yeah, I think
about
like the height of it is Cell and Boo.
yeah, that's facts. In the video games,
Yeah.
because now the forms are just weird and like
he got
Frieza back now. So we back where we
Bro, I'm
started.
tired of Frieza keep coming back.
Frieza
Yeah, that
back.
nigga gotta die, bro. It's
and
ridiculous.
and he black now. he
Monkey?
He back. he back and he black. It's his strongest form.
That's how I know they was trying to get black kids. Frieza was racist.
But now Marak, you know, it's even crazier. Frieza was saying racist stuff, but now Frieza's strongest form is Frieza black.
That's actually absurd.
That's deep.
So
don't think about
you're
it too
stupid. You're
much.
stupid.
America.
You know what? They both had good points. I gotta be the tiebreaker, so I'm actually gonna lean with DBZ if we're gonna go with the basis of Shonen. Shonen in its purest form keeps it very simple. Super strong guy, good guy versus evil people just to be evil. No backstory to him, no this dialogue. Frieza was just trying to put people on t-shirts.
Frieza was really think about it. Frieza really out here just blowing up a planet because Frieza didn't want to be outclassed, overpowered. That's crazy.
That was
he was willing to kill everyone,
And
kids,
Cell,
everything.
Cell just wanted the box. And he just wanted to prove he was the strongest. And Boo wasn't like, oh, this terrible backstory. Boo was just pure evil.
And it wasn't even Cell's fault
menace.
at one point.
He was just a menace.
Especially Kid.
Kid Boo
Yeah,
was just a menace.
and you know what's funny? All of them came from Dr. Gero. It wasn't even Cell's fault necessarily, like initially, because he was created for that.
Yeah.
Same thing with Boo.
Wait, what was Dr. Dro? Who were they fighting? Why was he trying to create like these? Were they fighting? Because they
part
weren't
of the
fighting
Red
the
Army.
aliens.
He's part of the
He was
Red
Red
Ribbon
Ribbon
Army.
Okay, oh yeah.
So
yeah.
from the
And-
jump, like
yeah.
he was after.
So when Goku was a king in Dragon Ball, he beat up the Red Ribbon Army.
Okay.
Dr. Gero remembered that and always tried to like.
Since he was a kid, bro.
Yeah.
Dr. Gero been on him.
A lot of people haven't seen Dragon Ball.
It's crazy, right?
It's actually absurd.
Bro, Dragon Ball is actually very solid.
Dragon Ball is fun to watch, and
It's
even
hilarious.
with the style, like the older
Yeah.
style, it's just fun to watch.
It's actually comedy. There's actually comedy in that. I actually think it was funny.
They actually had comedy that was like comedic for real.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
now that even makes me even lean more towards Dragon Ball.
Yeah, so we're gonna give Dragon Ball Z as the #1 top 5 shonen anime. I'm gonna say honorable mention to Fist of the North Star. I was trying to remember the name. A lot of people don't know it. It's like the original shonen anime, heavily inspired all these anime characters. If you never watched Fist of the North Star, it keeps it very simple. Strong dude in an apocalyptic world. He goes city to city. He beats the goofy out of everybody.
All right.
Yeah, original shonen protagonist.
Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star. Shout out, I think Kendro. I hope I get it right. So number 2, I'm a One Piece fan, so my vote was always gonna be One Piece. But Vaughn made some very great arguments, and I was like, dang, that's a good point. Those are good points. Those are great points. Those are great points.
He helped to point out by mentioning Dragon Ball.
I was like, he got.
I forgot how good Dragon Ball. I
we
used to
go-
actually read the manga. Was so like
you go
fun to
purest
read.
form.
And all their
Shonen?
tournaments too, bro.
Their tournaments was always cold, huh?
Oh yeah, Krillin.
They had good tournaments.
Yamcha was always trash.
He was all right early
He's
on.
my favorite character in the video games.
Yo, Yamcha gets busy in
He
the
actually
game.
is. Him and Krillin are actually nice
in every
video
game.
games.
Yamcha gets busy.
Krillin
Yamcha
is
gets
nice in
busy.
the video
Bro, you just spam the Wolfang fist a couple times and throw a Kamehameha on there. You're good.
Yeah,
Krillin
Yamcha,
is so
that's
fast.
crazy.
Krillin is so fast in all the
Krillin's
games.
fast.
Krillin's actually raw.
I like the Oob though, low key, in Budokai. Nobody cared about Oob, but Oob was
I
really
forgot
good.
the reincarnation of Boo.
And they
All
never
right,
brought him back.
so we got 1 Dragon Ball Z, 2 One Piece. Who's 3?
Hunter x Hunter.
I forgot about Hunter
Over
x
Naruto?
Hunter, bro. I'm putting Hunter x Hunter over One Piece. I love.
Well, we outvoted you for that, bro.
Yeah,
It's-
I love Hunter.
yeah, bro,
I mean, I'm cool with it being 3. I love Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter's on my top 5 list.
yeah, I know when we had the argument with the arcs, I lost because Daniel. It wasn't fair. Daniel didn't even watch One Piece like that.
Oh, what arcs you guys?
When we did top 5 anime arcs.
I did fold him with the argument there, but it's hard. It's easy too. Hunter x Hunter is so good.
Yeah.
It's easy.
It wasn't fair, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't fair because Daniel never dived in. So the only person in like my debate realm to help me out, I'm like, bro, you didn't even watch. Like,
Hunter x
he was
Hunter's
like,
just that
bro,
good,
it was
though.
whatever, bro. Like, I'm like, all right, bro.
Hunter x
I
Hunter's
can't even argue if you never watched both. So it was too tough
Hunter x
for the
Hunter's that
argument.
good though.
But then I ain't gonna lie. In general, if we did go, because with that one in the debate, and I was critical of like arcs being what they were in terms of just that separate. Technically, the Marineford arc is just the fight on the Marineford. It doesn't account for the whole chase up to that.
like Saboti.
Yeah, it doesn't count all that. And I was like, what? I didn't know that because One Piece is so long. But in general, so we got Naruto at 3. Are you rocking Naruto at 3 or are you rocking Hunter?
I'm rocking Hunter. I
He's
mean, but
rocking
okay,
Hunter?
I think it's honestly just like it's heavily based off like personal preference.
Hunter x Hunter is crazy, bro.
It's hard. It's
Such a good story. The fights is
Their power system is so good.
they actually have a
toned.
really good power system. I think.
Yeah.
darker toned for sure.
Like them kids was Killua is 12.
Naruto and them were a little young too.
Yeah, but I mean, Naruto. I think it is third, rightfully so. But
You just gonna keep Hunter?
no, it's
We
It's
gotta
not even
talk
like-
about
it's
it.
not
We
even
gotta
like-
talk about it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta.
All right,
talk
so
about
what's so one is we went with DBZ. 2 is we're going One Piece, right?
Those are locks. They're locks.
Okay, and then yeah, 3.
3 is Hunter or Naruto.
Yo, I feel like that does come down to a preference thing.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are coming on the Hunter x Hunter train now, though. But I would. It's tough.
because like
The problem is
'Cause
the ending of Naruto. And when I say the ending of Naruto, is a lot of people don't like the aliens. And at the end,
I'm gonna go with Hunter off of just like as a full body of work. I'll have to say Hunter.
because that's what I'm saying. I'm mentioning the ending of Naruto.
That's tough, but
Is because
Sound
at
like
the end they did kind of whip out all these superpowers, and it was like, here's this curtain. It was like, yo, you think it's Obito? Obito's not Madara. Here's the real Madara. And I was like, oh, Madara's manipulating Obito the whole time.
Which was
but
cool.
wait, Madara's manipulated too. Here's another curtain. It's like, all right, bro. Like this is kind of getting kind of goofy.
bro, the person manipulating Madara was so weak.
That's what I like. That
Black Zetsu is a terrible character.
I did not like Zetsu.
Yeah.
bro. I thought Zetsu was stupid the whole time. I never at one point thought I didn't
It
like.
wasn't
Zetsu.
impactful at all. He was literally just like
Just
the
there,
link
bro.
between Madara and
It almost seemed like they wrote Zetsu in for a
Kaguya or
scapegoat.
whatever.
I didn't like Zetsu.
And that is where, if we're gonna, like I said, we try to base, even though we do have preferences, all three of us, we try to base this discussion and debates in some sort of logic, so we can all agree that the ending of Naruto felt kind of forced, like it was kind of leaning to a bridge of Boruto, even though the writer didn't want that. The fact that it was a random scapegoat in Hunter x Hunter, they kept it simple by, even though Kurapika still hasn't gotten his whole arc yet, but he was never truly forgot about because of everything that happened so much in the Ant arc.
And
That
they
was
said-
so impactful.
They set up for Kurapika too later on to go through his whole thing.
Yeah. So whereas in Naruto, there's a million characters that got hold, even though it's not their fault because obviously the show has to keep going and they do have to kind of focus on the main story.
Yeah.
The fact that Rock Lee was this goated guy, no one cares about Rock Lee no more, which was intentional. Neji was this guy, Neji, no one cares about.
T-shirt.
The Ant dude, I forgot the Ant guy, but he was like a goat of his
Shino?
clan. Shino.
bro.
Forgotten.
They hold Shino. So
He was a
bad.
goat.
Forgotten. Who is that?
Oh my-
Who's Shino?
The Ant.
Forgotten.
He got hold.
I feel
He
like they
literally
hold-
gets hold.
They hold Asuma. He didn't have to die either.
I kind of like that arc. I ain't gonna lie.
bro, because it really brought the
Cool.
dog out Shikamaru.
Yeah, Shikamaru coming as a dog was like,
Yeah,
that
I did like it. The get back was crazy.
Yeah.
I felt satisfied. With
But the immortal dude-
Asuma was my favorite character.
The immortal dude on a t-shirt. I loved it.
Buried forever. Bum. I hate he done so much because Asuma was my first favorite character, and then after that, Jiraiya was.
Yeah.
And
The way he died was like there's really nothing to. I don't even know how you win other than the way Shikamaru beat. Bro.
Well, he just didn't have intel. Remember, that was the biggest thing.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have intel on.
Well, no one knew that.
Yeah, because they killed him like 3 times.
Yeah, everybody would be shocked that if you run into a mortal guy. Like,
Yeah,
this is
because Asuma was having a good fight with him. He just didn't know. He didn't find out. Remember, because he got cut the first time. And he was like, "Oh, like da 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 da."
It's over.
He had no intel.
Yeah, it was done.
If Asuma had intel on him, I think he would have mopped up Hidan Haikyuu.
Yeah, so we're gonna give. I'm actually leaning with them. I'm gonna be honest. I was letting them argue, and I was trying to debate for Naruto. But actually, when I watched Hunter x Hunter, I was like, "Yo, the anime ant arc is one of the greatest arcs I've ever seen in my life."
They don't overdo it either. Like literally, when Gon goes through his thing, he goes back to zero. Like
Great,
it's not like
eventual, like very emotional moment.
Oh my gosh!
When I had my debate with him, there's only 2 things for arguments with the arc. One being was I didn't like that Kite came back. I thought Kite
Which is
should
fair.
I thought Kite should have stayed dead. I think it would have just been more ceremonial, especially with the tone of Hunter x Hunter, where it's like people die, bro, you're going.
Yeah,
And
that's a fair point.
my other friend brought this up. He didn't like that the ants were just so ridiculously overpowered with the old guy dying. But that is just it's kind of touch and go
I
with
think
that.
it makes sense though.
But
I feel like, Meruem,
that was
Meruem
touch and go.
made sense.
Yeah,
All
that
the other ones weren't like. If you think about it, if you look at all the other ants that they actually highlighted when they fought and stuff, I think it was pretty. Especially the real fast one.
Oh yeah, that was the cheetah.
That-
When he
that-
got put on a
that
t-shirt. That was crazy.
Hilarious.
That scene was crazy. He was talking crazy, and then
You coming, bro? You probably should turn around. You think I'm gonna fall for that?
that
Trying to
joint
tell
was
you.
crazy.
So yeah, I'm a rock Hunter x Hunter at 3. I don't mind. I actually agree with the takes. There's not really a lot of flaws with Hunter x Hunter. If there is, please put them down in the comments and we could debate. We always have a good time on the talk show. So that's number 3. Number 4, I'm gonna just give it to Naruto. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
I can't really think
Yeah.
of.
go kind of lock that one in at 4. And for number 5,
It's Bleach, no?
oh, this is gonna be tough. It's either Bleach or Yu Yu Hakusho.
What about like Baki and stuff like that?
Hell no.
I'm just going like, yeah, Baki was crazy too. That's a dark.
Baki, hell no. If I'm incorporating with the current episodes,
Yeah, you can't put Baki.
hell no. I would say Bleach. Do we think anything for the newer anime? They're in there yet?
No. The only
Because we have a sneaky debate. We have a debate after
Demon
this, actually.
Slayer. If you take out what's his name?
Zenitsu,
Yeah.
whatever. Bro, he's so bad.
Like until he.
I hate that guy.
You know what's crazy too is he.
I
Like
hate him.
later on, I'll just say this: if you haven't, later on, there's hope for y'all that like Zenitsu. But
Bro, there's no reason for him to be as strong as he is to be complaining that much. Doesn't make any sense.
and like I said, there is hope. Y'all gotta keep going. But what triggers it is like it makes sense, but still, that was I almost stopped. I literally I kid you not, bro. It was the